We're back. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We are back. We left with a
Nigel.
disturbance in the police station with Nigel having come and given us a letter to say we have the knife misspelt N-I-F-E. Although actually it's perfectly,
Yeah, it makes
we
sense.
know we know what it says.
Makes more sense than how English is actually spelled.
We have the kniff. Right, what do you do? There's
Run.
a huge commotion.
And look.
Inspector Davis is torn between keeping you guys, because he hasn't briefed you on what he wants you to do, and running after this commotion that every other policeman in the room is doing.
What did the police yell?
Oi,
Stop.
Stop where you think you're going, I think.
Right, I run out. I have my guns.
You're running?
Yes, I have an antique pistol.
You
I
run
have
out
a
with
blunderbuss. We
talked
set
about the
up.
equipment we gathered.
I just think it's hilarious that first sign of in a police station, the first thing you do is run out and go, I can do something! And with
Don't
holding
worry,
it
it'll
up
be perfectly safe. This isn't America. Right.
Right, you're running after with
Yeah.
your
I
saw it on a
Celeste,
show once.
You hitched up your skirts and were heading
I
off.
did. Sorry, my blunderbuss, to be fair, is in a case over my shoulder.
Yep.
I have my pistol ready to draw from my
Cool.
jacket pocket.
Harry,
but
what
I
are you
don't
doing?
pull it out of
You had a stick, didn't you?
I have a club.
A club, right.
Cudgel.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm running out. I'm trying to figure out what's happening.
Okay.
I'll walk slowly out because we're in a police station and we're surrounded by police.
Everyone else is running? Okay.
Yeah.
It's in every other situation.
What are you doing?
Guilty as all hell. In this situation, it's like, you know what?
What are you doing?
Responsibility.
Tip, what are
I'm
you
going to run out with no sense of just follow the screens.
Cool. Right, you are all on foot then, so you don't need to roll because you're walking out.
Was there an
slowly.
option for horses?
Sorry?
Was there an option for horses?
Running.
Well, you answer outside you because you're running. So you need to give me
There's a pogo
a
stick in
con
the corner.
plus strength plus dodge percentage.
Wait. I'm just going to roll something.
Which is,
I got 22, which is probably better than what I did.
Yeah, you'll make it.
Con plus...
This
add
is
them
this
together,
is an
would
old
it be
rule,
out
it's
of
not been-
300?
no.
Then divide it by
It's all-
3.
Yeah.
And then add it
Oh.
again.
It's like they've done
minus.
this one as the good old-fashioned way of 18 plus 20 plus such and such.
I did 51, so probably not.
No.
Then times it by
do
your charisma and then add string.
I
So
see.
you probably made it.
2.
You made it.
I'm in
You're-
front of the
you're,
guy and looking back and then have to slow down.
There's there's like a wood paneling, and you run up the side of the wood paneling and overtake a whole pile. So you're out the front, you're at the back. Nigel is hanging back with you, and
Hi.
Inspector Davis.
I introduced myself to
Okay.
Can you make your eyes just turn into that?
Can you have a dialogue to yourself then?
Knife to meet you.
You
Hi, I'm Finch.
made it.
Hi,
Yes,
I'm
you're
Nigel.
in the
Lovely to
mass.
meet you.
You're
In the
not.
mass?
These
You're
people are crazy,
getting
aren't they? Yes.
Trampled?
They
Trample,
are.
can you give me a dodge roll?
Did you
And
fall
you
No.
didn't make it. Did you make? You made it with a 22, didn't you?
Terrible joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, I didn't make it. No, badly.
Can you give me a spot hidden check for the two of you?
That's the prostitute.
I rolled a 96.
You don't see anything.
I see
I got
nothing.
91.
You don't see anything. Can you give me a spot hidden check?
Oh, I'm right at the back. So
Yeah, you're right at the back.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm looking over my shoulder to see
Nope.
where these guys are.
Cool. No one sees you. You're trampled. What do you want to
Okay.
try and do?
I don't know.
And
I
trampled,
will-
trampled
I
by people.
The people running.
Yeah.
Can I just lift him up? Because I'm walking
That's why
slowly.
you're spot hiddening. But you aren't
I'm
seeing him yet.
walking.
Yeah. But you're at the back of the mass of people running. So he's.
Don't I just walk
Celeste,
along and I just lift him
Celeste
up?
was running, fell under people's legs.
Oh.
She ran ahead of you
Run
and then
on.
fell over.
You aren't up to her.
Have you
yet.
not
Can
seen...
I dive under
I see.
Think of the Lion King, right?
Yeah, you haven't seen that she fell.
I felt I trampled her too while I was
No.
walking.
You didn't.
You slowly
That's a
walk
pretty
over.
bad spot.
You didn't see her fall.
She's like, no, help me, Colton.
Yes.
Nigel, tell me a little bit.
Yes.
Yep, I will die.
Okay, cool.
You're like this.
Give me a luck
You're
roll.
walking over and
Just
she's
leave
like,
it
ow, stop stepping on me. He's like, shh.
I'm very badly hurt.
Just luck roll.
A luck roll. 8.
Yeah, you miss every leg and you duck under the table.
Good job.
And then the feet will run past
She's
and
a
then
wily.
sort of slow walking librarian and actuary footsteps come holding up the rear.
Sadly, she's
Oh, my
probably-
dear.
Cool. So you guys are out the back. You're racing ahead. So you
In
get
front
out,
of the guy
and
with
so
two.
you and then you join him just a little bit later. There's this almost comical scene of a single guy running up the street, and then like a pyramid of people chasing him from the police station behind, like all running, not like well you chase them because you're the fastest. No, they'd all run out.
Can you do the music?
I think that might,
Benny
we
Hill
don't want,
thing.
we, look, we don't want a lawsuit from Benny Hill.
Yeah, I'll put on some chase music.
So
Is this where you pull out the
Can I
chase
chase-
cards?
no, I'm not pulling out chase cards.
No,
I
you-
didn't have chase cards.
I know you have chase cards.
Can I just say my
But
favorite?
can I just say in my defense, it's the middle of the day, so
That didn't stop us last time when we hit like walking
oh,
down.
this is yet another one of these
Oh.
projects.
Oh.
Derek,
it's a.
we
I
went-
pulled out chase cards and
We played a chase cards and
in
it
the
was
middle of a street, and
the-
they had like a run.
All right,
of
I'd rather hear about
Yeah,
this
yeah,
than
that's
that.
right. Yes,
Let's go.
absolutely. So you see, can you all give me spot hidden checks with advantage, please? Which means you roll the
Me again?
Set with advantage, so you're going to roll your tens twice and take the top one.
Would you like me to, or just hold off?
You're walking slowly with Celeste.
I should have
So,
put some
yeah,
points
I'll-
in the squad hidden.
With the
shouldn't I?
bottom one, you take the bottom one.
Yes, the lower one. Yeah,
Oh.
sorry, not the top one. Yeah,
I succeed.
yeah. Okay,
I failed.
cool.
Oh, wow.
You see that.
Failed both ways.
I got 92 and 52. I should have put some points in the squad hidden.
21 and 31, so I got it.
So you get it. You both see that the guy running is like a grown-up street urchin. So he's, his trousers are sort of mid-calf and tattered. He's got like
It's Oliver.
a waistcoat on and a cheese cutter hat on, and he's a whippet. He is zooming.
Am I?
But you also catch a glint of something metallic like held against his body as he runs.
No way he's going to get away from an old GNS aficionado.
You can stop him with your GNS
That's right.
skills.
You've been training for this moment somehow all your
Just have to
life.
stop and catch my breath. I've been singing. It was
Sing,
good for
Yeah,
the-
good for the breath, good for the breath.
Yeah.
So Whippet Man tip here is
Who used to
going-
running away from the
Can I
cops.
just say, I'm also kind of in his position, like really kind of like grew up on the streets,
Yeah,
way
yeah,
around
yeah.
running. So I know how to like run over and get like that's just
Cool.
that's
I'm-
because I worked on the street and now I've kind of
Navigate.
grown up.
Navigate.
You
Use,
wanna
it,
give me-
use all those
so,
points you put in
Cut him
navigate.
off. Cut him
You
off.
also
Oh,
notice
is there a shortcut?
you also notice that there are obviously some very bemused bystanders, but there are penny farthings,
Oh,
a couple of horses that are a little bit spooked, and there is a hansom cab again who's just trying to control his horses.
Please use the
I'm-
penny
You guys walk out at that point,
What's
and
the Betty Farm?
farthing. The penny farthing is like a giant
Giant
one-wheel
bicycle.
bicycle.
So jumpy on that
I'm
thing.
going
Like
to show,
no,
you,
that's-
I'm gonna show you a picture while you roll.
can you? So you, not Fritz. Sorry, Finch. You come out with Nigel and
Yep.
Celeste and Inspector Davis, and you sort of survey this whole scene from the top of the stairs. You see the whole thing. So you see this cascade of people chasing this one person who seems to have something shiny. You see a hansom cab. You see penny farthings, and you see slightly spooked horses.
So he's just some street urchin. Like he look like a criminal.
Yes, but yet the entire police station has emptied itself after.
Can I shoot him?
Blunderbuss?
No, I got an ancient pistol.
You're probably going to have to make that a hard success to halve your skill.
But my skill is only not very much.
Just be thankful it's not an extreme success.
Oh.
then.
So hard because there's everyone everywhere.
Yeah, and he's gaining, and you've got a pistol. Pistol's range is not going to be the best.
Oh, stop, young villain!
All right.
And I'm gonna fire.
So quick question.
Oh man.
If you were like my chance of hitting it out of 100 would be what?
30.
No, so half of 30, right?
No, I've got 60.
What's the range on a blunderbuss?
No, he's
Is
using
it
his-
scatter?
he's using his-
Can I get advantage if I
Yeah,
shout
yeah,
Paul
but
first?
what is the range?
Paul.
Paul!
You're not getting advantage, but you can shout Paul.
Come on, that's a confidence advantage.
77!
No, it kind of.
Ow!
Oh, what's that? Go on, give us a scream.
No,
Did I shoot anyone else?
No. There's a poor oak tree that's got a hole in it.
Oh.
Do I look awesome doing it?
You
Yes.
looked amazing doing it.
Can
the
I
oak tree
run
called
down the
Wilhelm?
steps and leap into the Hanson cab and convince the driver to
Follow that
Take-
boy!
Okay,
Take
so in that case, you're going to give me a a dex roll followed by a fast talk roll on the
Dex
driver.
roll.
Have you seen the penny
Well,
farthing now?
dex or con or strength. Which one
This is
of the
going to be
three?
amazing.
Strength is probably the better.
Okay, go strength.
Murray, this is a missed opportunity. Of,
Yeah, you
chase
get
cards.
it jumping. Sorry.
This
No
is a
chase.
missed opportunity of chase cards.
And
I've got wounds, man.
Oh.
No wounds. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. It's only been 7 years.
You
I'm
know
not
what? It's
ready.
been 7
I'm
years.
not ready.
And that was the most
They're
amazing.
in my role playing bag, and I bring them every single session.
Oh,
Derek,
sorry.
you have to understand, was 50 metres of a straight road.
And we
It
failed.
was straight down a
And
hill.
then,
How
and
do
then,
I- how do I
a
roll that?
baker appears.
A fast talk.
Oh,
Unless you
clothesline.
want to role play.
Watch out!
no.
Fence!
Fence in the middle of the road.
Can I do persuade?
Yeah, persuade absolutely.
79. I don't make the persuade roll.
Okay,
No.
but you're being followed by both Inspector Davis and Nigel. What
Aren't
are
we
you doing? Finch?
both with you?
Are you going to go when he starts?
No,
when
but
she starts hitting
you
for
got
the cab?
trampled on.
Yeah, but then she
we picked
hid
you
and
up.
then
Yeah, and now she's made her way down the stairs to the handsome camp.
And you
Okay. All right.
Are you
I'll
following?
talk to the
Fast
driver.
talk or persuade? Which is better
Fast talk for
for you?
me,
Go, give us a roll.
and I'll slip him a couple of pounds.
What, then you just hire them?
Yeah, I'll slip him a couple of pounds.
I'm not going to pay.
Follow that man.
All right, Fab, he sets off. What do you do?
Follow
I'm
that
jumping on a
man.
penny
I succeed
farthing.
anyway.
All right, can you give me
By the way,
dex
I
rolls to jump on the penny?
also just passed my
Come
fast
on.
talk as I said it.
The A-team.
Right, you are, Gum.
All right,
Right, you are.
You know what? Not only am I going to jump on this, I'm going to like jump off a barrel and then jump on it and
What's
get
your
it
deck?
going. with
Have
it.
you rolled
I
yet?
think
No.
you actually have to get onto the thing
Yeah, that's
anyway.
right.
I succeed!
Hey, you're on the penny farthing. Yes. Okay, you're on the penny farthing. Now, I need you to give me
Ride roll. I haven't
Ride
put
roll.
anything in ride.
Oh, jeez.
Mama didn't tell me about days like these.
I need to roll 5 or under.
What?
Meanwhile,
Ride?
Septimus,
Ride
you
down
notice that many of the
it
police
so
in the back
long?
of the chase have stopped and turned and are looking for the evidence of someone who fired a firearm in a London street.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I just want to point out, I think it's quite realistic that someone
But I mean, that's for
who has
horses.
never ridden a penny farthing
yeah,
needs to
yeah.
roll under
Can
5.
it be a dex check, Murray?
Well, they dex to get on it.
Yeah,
Can it be a dex check to ride? I feel like it should be a dex check to
Ride, I think, is riding horses.
Yeah.
That's what I
Horses
thought.
should be
Rides,
riding horses.
ride.
Okay.
But
Can it be like
Alright,
a...
alright.
Oh,
Oh, look, I was
Hey,
close.
Sorry.
oh, you're teetering.
Be generous. Be generous.
22.
Yeah, all right.
Penny farthing.
You're not mastering the penny farthing.
Oh, no.
You're
I'm
kind
not
of
saying graceful.
leaning from one side to the other.
I'm not saying
Right.
graceful, but I'm
Actually,
saying
that's fair. When I first rode a penny farthing, it's really hard. It's actually really hard.
really hard.
I was about to say,
it
was
is
it re-
actually really
There's a
hard.
reason. There's a reason our bicycles today do not have a giant front
Yeah,
wheel.
actually, no, that is actually fair.
Do you know the fun thing is that John, like, you know, he could actually
My feet
straddle
were on
it
the
and
ground.
touch the ground
Yeah, my
still.
feet were on the ground.
Mind you, the footage of them doing the penny farthing racing's amazing.
So the police,
Really, are we
Yes.
who
saying,
were turning
are we saying
around,
amazing or
Just
just
say-
really
okay.
hilarious?
the police were turning around to
That's
see
it.
who fired the shot. And
Yes.
just like I barrel into them and through with my jacket flailing and my firearm sort of circling the air. I didn't catch that man! And then I just go bolting down the street.
Okay,
past
okay.
them. I have to stop every now and then to catch my breath, but I keep running.
Right. Through your enthusiasm to be a
Yes.
vigilante.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Oh, violence is what I always want. Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, in the house.
Until it
I just
actually happens and
picture
you're like, oh,
the fact
blood.
that we're just barely managing to stay upright. We're not going to catch him on our penny farthing.
No, so on your so you are yeah. There are people in front of you who are running out of breath and stopping the chase. You notice that several people had stopped and turned around to face the other way
With
because
a
you heard
gunshot,
a gunshot,
which we heard.
which kind of is unheard of in an English street.
So, just to clarify, ride is definitely just
Just
for
horse.
horses
Oh.
and donkeys and stuff like that.
What's penny farthing?
What's
I don't
a
know, penny
bicycle?
farthing
Is it,
skill.
would it
Come
be
on,
drive?
Derek, look it up.
Would it be drive?
Come on.
Drive?
Drivers drive carriage.
Yeah. Well, that's what the.
Or drive car.
Well, there's a missed opportunity in the skill set
Yes.
for
Maybe it's
Bicycle.
art and
Bicycle.
craft. Is it art and craft?
art and craft.
Could it be listen?
looking smooth on a
Cthulhu
bicycle.
mythos? Is it a Cthulhu
No.
mythos?
Fast talk.
Locksmith.
Locksmith, yeah. Actually, that's more mechanical.
Animal,
you know what?
animal handling.
Sleight of hand.
Navigate.
Give me. Do
Science.
you want to do Dex again? Or do you want to do Dex or Ride?
I'll do sleight
No,
of
we'll
hand.
do ride. I
Okay.
think 5% is
Yeah.
quite realistic, considering we've never ridden.
Yeah,
one of
if I
these.
ever rode a bike,
So when
the
I-
first
when
time,
I-
like, that's actually
so-
really hard.
Yeah.
So
Because
it
Dad
makes
died
sense.
when I was so young, I never learned to ride a bike. So I was 13 before I got on a bicycle, and I had a 10-speed. And Hamish, who had a really old, beaten-up bike at school, said, "Oh, look, mine's easy to learn on. The only thing you're not allowed to do is buckle the wheels, and I'll use your 10-speed because it was like a full-size bike." So anyway, there was a storm drain and a bridge.
Oh no.
Going like this, coming up to this bridge, and I miss the bridge, and I flip into the storm drain, buckle both wheels on his bike, and like the bike then lands on top of me, and I'm lying in the bottom of the storm drain ditch and going. And then he like rides up to the edge, and I'm like, "I buckled your wheels."
And also, can you
And
call
my-
an ambulance?
No.
And my kidney.
It takes a lot to break me. I discovered it, but yeah. So I was
Alright.
a nightmare.
Imagine if that was a
bicycle
penny
ride.
farthing.
So when these guys are complaining, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Alright. So what happens next?
You're making another ride roll.
Another ride roll.
Your cab
I'm definitely
is
falling
pushing
off.
past everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your
Here we
action
go.
cab's, like, he's shooing people out of the way because you paid him £2, which is like a year's salary. He's happy.
Can I jump on as it goes past?
Give me a dex check.
Oh my god.
Do you die? Do you die? Do you die?
So what happened to Murray?
Oh my gosh.
I had to roll under 5 and I rolled 98.
So you know my favourite thing is that so what happens? You see a storm, you see a bridge, and
Yes!
next to that
Yeah,
is a
yeah,
storm
absolutely.
drain.
Give me a luck roll quickly. And you need to give me a dex roll.
Oh,
What did you
man.
get?
Open.
33. I'm still real low.
I failed my luck roll. I got
succeed.
nothing.
You
no.
grab onto the hansom cab
bladder
as
boy.
you just
No.
see poor old Harry's penny farthing swaying from side to side, and it goes way too far, and you see he's about to fall off,
Yeah.
and he makes a kind of a grab for the horse harness just in front of you, and he misses.
Uh-huh.
But you, if you want to, can catch him and bring him on.
Where are you?
He's
Where are you?
just
hanging
on
off
the
the
side
side.
of the
Be the
hansom
hero.
Okay, in that case, if it makes me look good,
Are you going to sing a song
Can
while
I
you
You
do
could be
it?
just like Frederick.
Sing a song.
So strength check maybe? To
Yeah,
get his
I
hand?
think, yeah, strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or it could be Dex to catch, whichever.
What's the song?
Dex to run into him, or
Okay, I'll give a strength check.
strength or Dex, which is
Strength.
Strength. Okay.
I'm strong.
Okay.
Stronger than I look.
Woohoo!
Yes.
You grab.
Reach out and
I think
touch.
He needs a strength check too
Yeah,
in
you
order
need
to.
strength to pull yourself
No,
onto
no,
the
no.
cab.
I
he's
just grab his
boy.
arm.
Oh, okay. You just.
Just grab him by the forearm and
Oh,
pull
Yeah.
him.
I'm
from
only
his
size
way.
80. I'm sure you can pull
Let me
on.
press.
Oh
Let me press.
my
you.
god.
Hang on, dude, my just image of you riding that bike now.
I love that you just told us that. Like, I'm only size 80. Whoa, what?
I was about to say,
Yeah,
you just
literally, he's literally bitten off more than he can chew.
I
went
fondly
from- I
press
love
you
this.
against my breast, my bosom. Isn't that what Frederick does? Yeah.
Very much so, but I think there's going to need to be
know-
something.
I'll have to
What
make
do you want
some
do,
kind
Dex?
of a strength roll.
you went
Strength
from
or Dex?
boy to Oompa Loompa in my head like so fast.
93!
Oh, Johnny,
Oh.
use the other dice. Use
I
the
need
other
to use-
dice. Yeah.
the other
Yeah,
dice.
your the vision in your brain of holding him to your chest is thwarted by the gravitational reality of his sheer heft.
Him and Small Planets have a very similar function where they kind of pull people.
What are
in.
you doing? You're inside the cab. You're seeing this
I'm watching
amazing.
pop. I've got popcorn.
Nigel's just shaking his head in hand.
I'll try and reach out through the cab.
Well, I'm going to open the door.
Okay.
You told me I'd be a hero.
Well, then I won't do that because you're already doing that.
Yeah, I'll open
Okay,
the door.
I
Okay.
won't do that then.
And what are you going to do once you've opened the
I
door?
can't.
Well, I'm just going to let whoever's out there in. I guess.
So
you,
he's hanging off it.
He's hanging off the
Desperately
door, so
holding
you
on
just open
to
the
this
door.
guy.
is he hanging off the door?
It's off the there's those side handles on the back corner, so the
Does that
door's
mean
in the
that-
middle.
Oh, okay.
So he's on the back edge, holding onto this one who's kind of feet are trailing and
Because I'll try and
skipping.
help Ben if I can.
So if he opens
but
the door,
you're
you-
opening the door, does that?
If he opens the door, you can lean out.
Ah,
Does
yes.
that work?
So what I can't do is pull him towards me, but I've got hold of him because I'm
Yeah,
You
like,
thought you
try
could.
and pull
You
him
thought
in?
you could, but
yeah, my grasp is
So,
too
quite
big.
large.
so what I want to do, I want to grab him and use the weight of my body to lean back and just pull him into the cage so he collapses on top of me and crushes me to death.
My grasp is
Does that work?
firm and my...
Okay,
hopefully it's
so
bladder hold.
can I get a bonus because I'm not really pulling on him, I'm just leaning back into it, so I'm
Yep.
using the weight of myself
Yes.
to pull back.
Yep, you have advantage. So
Yeah, cool.
take the lower tens.
Quick question. When he just like weaves up and goes, there's danger around.
Well, it's
Yeah, it's your strength and your
It's
weakness.
Finch who's holding on to him, so it might happen. Oh, you make it.
Yeah, so is that 9?
Yeah,
9.
You
Okay.
make it.
Fantastic. We
So,
come
yeah,
crashing.
so
I should have actually used
You
this.
grab his other arm
That's actually
and
it's
you
fine.
basically feel yourself being pulled in.
Tally ho!
And so you would have pulled him to you, but he gets pulled inside the door
Yeah, that's
instead.
right, yeah,
so,
excellent.
yeah.
Good, we
What
all-
are you doing on your bicycle?
Is there an explosion when the penny farthing crashes? I just feel like there should be. Simpson-esque.
Do you want
kinda
to? So the Hansom cab is basically the two horses of the Hansom cab are kind of everyone's getting out of the way of these. You've been gaining. This whippet is fast, and most of the cops are falling by the wayside. The horses and their traces are right next to you as you ride.
Yep. Is it slightly downhill?
Flat, flat, flat,
Flat.
and cobbled. So not the
Quick
smooth.
question. I know enough in the area where I kind of like, can I do a not? Because the thing is like, okay, what I'm saying is I kind of have lived on the streets most of my life. Do I know if there's an alley where I can kind of turn down and maybe get a
cut
bit of
him
a
off.
shortcut on a knowledge of the area, kind of
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, navigate.
You will look. There
You
are
just know navigate so low on everyone.
yes, there are.
Hey
and-
guys, let's use our swim skill. I'm sure it's way up to scratch.
Yes, there
Nothing
are.
says
Starts
better than
at 20.
swim.
Yes, there are, and
What are you
yes,
talking about? What?
You know what? Let's pilot the plane with the pilot skill, 1%.
I'm not using
Yes,
your
there
skills
are, and
against you. What are you
All right,
talking
all
about?
right. Yes, there are, and yes, you do, but you don't know
Damn
where the
right.
guy running ahead's.
Running
You
to.
can
I
you can
could've-
predict where you think he might go.
Okay, okay. I'm thinking that he's running down a main street. There's some alleys left or right. He's coming up to a T intersection because this is what's happening in my brain. He's either going to go left or right. I'm guessing that he's probably going to go left because that's where it leads down to the more like poor
Scummy
section,
areas, yeah, yeah.
the scummy areas. So I think he's going to go left. So I'm just going to predict off that, and I'm going to go to cut him off when he goes down the left on the main street.
Did you succeed
Okay.
on your ride roll?
I know.
Oh, you got a 30.
I didn't
he's-
show-
he's
I
careening.
didn't roll a 98.
He's
That's what I'm saying.
Funny.
He's
I just wondered how accurately you could
Control.
actually control which direction you were traveling.
Yeah.
How dare you bring up
So
reality?
you were over here. It's heading this way.
Maybe you
So
should make
you're
a
going to come
pilot
to this
roll.
T junction here.
Yes. So.
Okay. So you can
hang
take
on.
you can predict he's either going left or right.
Yep.
Yeah. So we've been heading down here.
Yep.
And he's going to turn left or right
Where are all the murders?
in this area here.
So I know the area reasonably well. So he's going to go left or right. I'm thinking he's going to go left because there's the park there, and I'm thinking that I can actually cut him off and get him on the street that goes parallel with him.
Cool. Luck roll, please.
Luck is 45. 14.
Cool. So indeed,
okay.
as you turn your penny farthing, no mean feat, you indeed see he takes that left that you've just taken. So you know that down this alleyway, which is no people, as provided you can stay
there-
on the bike.
Are there fences and bakers?
Yeah, look, it's one of those
Clothesline?
fabulous London alleyways. The houses, you probably couldn't fall over completely either way because
And
you're
there's
going to hit a wall
barrels.
at some
And
point.
there's barrels, there's like barrels
So
on
you,
either
you might end up
side.
like stuck halfway. But yeah, you see him turn. You've got no traffic in front of you. You're probably just going to need one more success.
Pedal to
the metal. Right. Have advantage on your ride and see how you go.
Oh, that's going to get you the roll.
We have it.
Or do you want? I mean, you can use Dex, but you know.
Well, Dex, let me put it this way. Dex is a 50-50.
All right. Well, you
Or
can have
ride
ride
is
with
a
advantage or Dex.
one-
Straight Dex.
Dex.
I wonder which one I'll do.
Yeah.
Dex.
The 50-50 or the 1 in 20
Right, yes.
twice. 50-50. 56! Oh! Come on.
Push the roll. Push the roll.
Push it.
Oh.
Push it.
All right, what's the rule? We work this out. What's
You get
the
terrible
push it?
consequences.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
fail again, there's terrible
This
consequences.
Okay.
is so wonderful.
So,
as
but
a
you have to,
gaming
you have
mechanic.
to,
It's great.
You have to be able to
you
narratively
have
justify
to
the fact
narratively
that you're
justify
pushing.
what's happened.
Okay,
Do it, do it,
okay.
yeah.
Narratively justifying.
If anyone
what's
can
happening.
narratively
Right?
here we
justify
go.
it, it's Nathan.
Everyone
I push my foot down and it's kind of tilted the bike to the side. But what I've done is actually my arm's gone on the brick wall, but I'm pushing against it and scraping my arms.
You don't need to convince me. You need to
I'm
convince
taking,
him.
I'm taking damage because, as you said, it's a tight alley.
Yep.
So I've hit the wall and I've just like pushed against it
Okay.
and keep riding to be able to. So that's what I'm hoping for. That I'm going
Nice.
to be able to push through that pain.
Love it.
I've ripped my one suit. Remember the
Oh.
one
That's right.
Savile Row, mate.
suit? 13.
There you go.
Yeah, you absolutely. As you push off the wall, you hear the seam in your shoulder rip.
No.
It's not just. I'm guessing there's blood dripping from
Yeah,
it.
it could be,
Like,
but
The
you,
seam in
you
your
like.
shoulder, not your shirt. Your shoulder.
Oh, his jacket.
Jacket.
Jacket. Oh.
His only jacket.
my only jacket.
I'm not going to be able to convince anyone I'm anything
Yeah.
anymore because I've got an armless shirt.
Yeah.
And
Totally
you,
armless.
you basically burst out onto the street
Does
just
he hit me?
as he runs past you.
Or does he hit the bike and we all fall over?
Ooh.
So I get a good.
No,
so I
no,
touch
no,
him. So I
no.
can get a good. So I can touch
He's
the
so
knife.
you know those near misses. He runs past as your wheel goes out. So almost could have grabbed him.
Can we do like a slow mo where I get to see his face as he walks past, and he can like I can lock
Runs.
eyes for
Yep.
1 second, and I can see the knife and get a bit of
Give me
information.
a
And sketch him.
yeah.
Does he look like where's that drawing?
You're going to need to give me not psychology. I suppose spot hidden's really the only one that maps any difference. for
Yeah, spot hitting.
recognising
That I
his
can do that. Oh,
I
no, I
min
can't.
maxed.
Sleight of hand.
Wait,
face. Yeah, well, look,
25.
to see
I
whether
already
to
crossed
see
it.
whether you recognise him.
No,
Yeah.
because I didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
Operate
yeah.
heavy machinery.
Handgun?
How about arts and craft acting?
Possibly.
Science.
But,
Track?
Yeah,
I'm actually really
yeah,
good.
track. Probably. Yeah, good point, Johnny. Track.
Thanks, buddy.
Got my back.
Yeah, that 10%.
What about just an idea roll?
Oh,
It's that time of the night when
Yeah, let's do
players
idea
turn
roll.
on
Let's
players.
Just do an idea roll.
Let's
right?
do an idea roll.
Let's do
Do an
some
idea. Do an idea.
Oh, 80. I can...
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
go.
yeah.
He's
Oh,
got your
look,
back.
no,
I got
yeah,
your back.
Yeah, no, yeah. Notice the thanks, buddy. But then when you come up with a good one, it's like, no.
Oh, like,
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, I could have been higher.
95.
You have. Oh,
So-
I think it was a man.
At
no,
that moment,
no, you can't.
at that moment, I fire another shot.
Okay, so
Leaning out of the cab.
right in the cat. Oh, down the alleyway.
Yeah.
Can I push it again?
To look
No,
at the
you can't do a third.
Yeah.
You can't.
Like
No.
squint.
I
I
fire.
squint
But
at
we're
him.
much closer now, and there's no.
No,
police in
so
the
what?
way.
So,
you're
so
further
meanwhile,
away.
so that was he cut down the alley. Meanwhile, what happened was you and the handsome cab, all
Coming down the
1,
main
2,
road,
3,
yeah.
5 of you. He turned. Most of the pursuers stopped. The handsome cab took the corner, and then he
We're all
ran.
leaning.
You're all
No, I
like leaning.
counterbalanced at the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
way.
yeah. You're rock solid in the middle there. And he, so he follows him around the corner. He's got a good eye on him. You again are gaining on him because you've
Yeah.
got 2 horses in your handsome cab. He turns left again, and you take this corner. It's much tighter.
Yeah.
As you turn this
Do
corner,
bits break off the side of the cab and stuff.
Oh, it's a smaller street,
Okay,
but
yeah,
not
okay.
super
Alley.
small.
Okay.
But as you turn that, you see the bicycle wheel of a penny farthing come out of an alleyway.
I fire!
And this unidentified,
Yeah.
not sure of what age or gender or anything else, because it just keeps running past this bike, which is kind of
Like a tallish, shortest person.
tallest,
sort of
shortest person with
darkish,
blondish
blondish hair,
Yeah.
shabby / non-shabby
Like,
dress.
yeah,
Nice.
I don't care. I just fire.
You
You
gonna
might
find
know that person.
94.
your bullet
Won't have to edit that
slowly comes out of the barrel of the gun, heading towards
Penny
No.
farthing.
Tim
Hey, can
Humphrey.
okay, we've got. When we said we had to roll under like 5 for our ride skill, everybody's gone the other way and rolling above 95.
Hey!
Um,
It's not 95, so I didn't kill him.
no, you didn't hit him, but it's heading his way.
It's going to buckle the wheel.
It's
of the
going to do
farm.
something
No,
drastically
that's
bad.
Murray's childhood.
Take
Yeah, yeah, it's all right.
When it does it.
Yeah, you are like
It does feel
on
like
the
a Murray
bike.
chase.
You
Yeah, it
you
does.
see them run past. You don't connect who they are. You're just about to push your pedal down again to keep going and taking off after him. A bullet hits the pedal mechanism on the front wheel and shatters it, and the penny farthing kind of disintegrates around you. Can you give me a dex roll, please?
Don't roll high, that's my
What?
tip.
This is
61.
You fall
that
to the
good?
ground.
What's your
No,
dex?
no, I fail.
You fall to the ground. You land heavily on the ground and take 2 hit points of damage.
ow.
That's not
You
low.
see
Don't do you like-
that your bullet has flown
Oh,
and
I'm not sure it's
instantaneously
like-
hit the general area of
Yeah.
your fellow dreamer
Nice,
and
yeah.
he crumbles to the ground as his bike disintegrates.
Does he kind of do that scorpion thing where he lands on the ground and his legs come up and he slides along the cobblestones on his face?
No, that's kind of much more the bang, boom, boom,
Okay, yeah.
motionless. I think I killed him.
Oh, I don't really care.
He's Jack the Ripper.
No, he's Jack the Ripper.
I think I'm so good that
Okay.
I don't think I'd believe that it was even my shot.
Can you give me spot hiddens?
I don't think I even, I just
It's okay, Ben will fail.
It's right.
It's okay.
I rolled a 6.
You
Ooh.
see all
I
of
succeed.
this. You notice his disdain for the life of a fellow adventurer.
It was him!
What
Damn
do
it!
you do?
Get out of the way, you
Do
silly
you-
bicycle rider!
Do you not notice?
I didn't notice.
Did you
no.
notice? Did you notice?
I noticed. But
Yeah.
how come you didn't notice?
He
Why?
didn't see.
I didn't roll.
Why didn't you roll? Why didn't you see it?
Spot
I
hidden.
got 87.
Oh, cool. I'm sorry, I thought you didn't get a chance to read.
Nigel's
Okay, cool.
remarkably attractive.
Yeah.
He's a
So I
good
view
looking
him.
man.
I view him only as an impediment.
Pity
to our
he's a
passageway.
eunuch.
Well, when did we write that in?
Just now.
Isn't he someone's grandfather?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was just a scurrilous
know.
rumor about his.
Yeah.
I'm not sure,
Ability.
maybe.
So I'm going to open the door of the cab again. Is the cab still moving?
Yeah.
For 2 pounds, he's
It's not slow.
So I'm going to open the door of the cab and shout to the driver to pull us alongside this.
That you haven't,
Individual.
That you haven't seen.
The person running.
He's using
But you haven't caught up to the person running. Currently, you're behind him,
Yeah.
and he shot his bike.
And there's a bike
And
in the
you
way.
didn't see him shoot
I
his
didn't
bike.
see him,
No,
no.
okay.
So I'm-
So you're giving instruction. What do
Yeah.
you do with your your
I
successful?
will
Oh.
snatch the gun out of his hand and throw it on the ground of the cab.
Okay. Phew.
Don't
Right.
worry, it's okay. We're playing Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, I know how important.
I got you. And
Inspector Davis bends down and picks it up, and he secretes it upon his person.
I'm gonna reach down and see if I can grab Tip.
So as the
we
door
drive
opens
past.
for her to give
Yeah,
instruction to the driver, you lean out of the door, which is going after the guy running down.
hang on, whoa,
the
whoa.
alleyway.
You sure you want to be the one leaning
Oh
out
yeah.
of the...
I'm gonna lean out. I'm gonna lean out and just
You
scoop
would
him up.
close the door, but there's
Oh.
a giant hulking publican.
No, I'm not closing the door.
Oh no. But
I'm getting out onto the railing.
No, you would have closed the door, but there was a giant hulking publican in the way.
No,
So
I'm not closing the door.
You're not
That's not
closing
my
the
plan.
Okay, cool. So you are out there talking to the driver.
Yes.
And I'm
you
leaning
lean
out.
out.
Yeah,
you are
this is that moment in
intent-
Inception where it all goes slow-mo.
Yeah.
So-
Kills.
The cab is careening after the guy running. He's getting a bit puffed now. You let off the shot. It hits your bike. You crumble to the ground. You open the door to tell the driver to press on with the pursuit. You grab the gun out of his hand. You throw it on the floor of the cab.
Davis picks it up.
Davis picks it up. Nigel is meanwhile looking back at Celeste, thinking Celeste is quite attractive, and I wonder why she's chosen such a bad
Why is
profession.
Nigel with us?
And he was walking with you because you're meant to be going back to the British Museum.
Right.
And you lean out to try and grab him. What do you want to use? Strength, Dex? He's a lump.
Strength. I'm using
Yes,
strength.
he's a lump. so-
I'm size 40.
Yeah, I can definitely pick you up.
Damn right.
yeah.
By the scruff of anything.
Oh, yeah.
15.
15.
I
Absolutely.
succeeded
You
in every way,
feel
shape,
the
and
scruff
form.
of your jacket grabbed and the rip that's just occurred worsen.
I thought he was unconscious.
He is unconscious, but
Very
he's kind of
much-
just coming to as he
Oh,
feels his jacket ripping further.
I was about to say, Derek, you haven't experienced a Murray chase until you've got to this point where it's like the guy's like 5 meters in front of you, and we've got like half an hour of chase left.
I was just thinking to myself,
There's
"These
still
chase
20.
guys, I thought I was managing it quite
You were
well."
doing very well.
There's
No,
still
very good.
20 obstacles to go.
Hey, look, I haven't had to put any obstacles in your way. Can I just say,
That's right.
you've
We've
made
done it
them all.
ourselves.
I was about to say, if you roll enough, you fail.
Oh, jumping on penny farthings.
Oh
with
wait, we
my
haven't made a
fucking-
sanity check yet.
That's true. Tonight.
I am getting my blunderbuss out.
Of course you are.
I can't miss with that.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
So you
It's what they would want.
So now he's
are
in the.
suddenly confronted with two blurred bodies coming back into the cab from where you were hanging on the side of the.
Right. I thought
Okay.
they were coming in the other side.
No,
The
they
other
went out the door that you were opening.
Okay. All right.
So obviously
I'm blocking
you
the
opened the
door.
left-hand door.
Yep.
He went out, grabbed Tip,
While
pulled
you
Tip
were
back
on
in
the-
while you were there giving instructions
on the
to the
road.
driver.
All right.
So ahead of you, you absolutely see that. So there's an open doorway, and then there was the window that you did the
Yep.
pistol shot through.
Yep.
Where are you shooting?
Oh, well, I'm getting my blunderbuss out of its case. I don't
So
think that happens.
out of the case.
instantly,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So you're getting the blunderbuss.
Sitting
out of
inside the
case.
cab.
And we're just silently
quick question, is
watching
the blunderbuss-
passively.
I
One
think
where
it's.
you have
I
to,
think
like,
it takes
pack
a
it
while.
with gunpowder and-
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna
Scattershot?
load it and
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I
nails
want to
and
shoot someone.
stones
Damn
and-
it!
All right.
I'm English.
So
Is-
you're on the outside.
Sorry,
of the
hang on,
cab.
just check. Is blunderbuss the thing that you put scattershot into?
Yeah, and it has a
Yeah.
great big bell, and it
Yeah, yeah.
like shoots this
Shoots
much.
What are
Elephants,
they?
right.
Yeah, what is it? Elephants that they shoot with it or something
Yeah.
else?
No,
think-
elephant-
no,
elephant
no,
guns
elephant-
been
No, no.
different.
What do you shoot with a blunderbuss?
Africans.
People.
Oh, African, very much the.
Okay, so
Bystanders.
appropriately,
That's
what
what
do
you
we
shoot.
actually shoot with?
stones, nails, anything went into it, and it just fired them in a spray.
Okay, cool.
So very much
So
a-
what are you
very much a-
packing in yours?
Oh yeah, I've got some.
You would have pellets,
Shot,
but you
yeah,
could
parrots,
use.
Yeah, shot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
What do you?
Father's watch.
What does it shoot?
Okay.
Bystanders.
Yeah.
Why? Because it shoots everyone.
That's right.
Oh.
Okay,
Is that
so
orange juice?
you
You just
see
check to see if it was orange
this
juice.
guy,
roll.
and you can.
Okay,
Can you give me a spot hidden roll from up there?
Me.
Yep. You're the only one on the outside.
All right.
Who's great?
28. Yes.
You see that
Hooray.
his head
Tiring.
is turning. He's
Tiring?
tiring and slowing. You're gaining on him, and his head is turning left and right furiously to look for an escape route.
So I'm looking to leap off the side of the cab and tackle him.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, skirts
Right.
flying.
What's that? 49. Okay, so he's beginning to slow visibly, and the handsome cab is you're probably equal with the head of the horses. So
Wow, okay.
you're just
This is your moment.
behind
So I'm
them.
timing the moment
You're
and
gonna leap.
parasol in hand.
Can we see the
Leap
knife?
It's not a knife.
There was a as he
This
was
is a knife.
as he was running. There was a you got a
Metallic.
glint of metal, but you
But
It's just like- it's
can
just like-
Derek see that? Because we're pretty close. Like Derek's
kind of
close, I can't see it. But can
when you
Derek?
saw it, it wasn't like it was sort of like it was secreted under his waistcoat.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay,
you got a
alright.
flash of it. It's not
It's just
that
like
big
3
brownish.
pounds or whatever. And that's it.
Yeah, we don't
okay,
know
cool.
what
So
it
it could
is.
be anything.
Someone's
Jump,
watch. Yeah.
jump.
So why are we chasing this person?
Everybody else was
Everybody
chasing.
is.
him.
We
Yeah,
Just got
'cause you're
carried
all
away.
Great.
Yep.
What do
Go
I roll?
Celeste.
Dex
Go
or-
Celeste. Go
I think-
Celeste.
I think
We're heroes.
Dex strength or Dex. I think Dex.
Dex.
Yeah,
53. I make it.
You make it. Absolutely. You jump off and you
In slow motion.
tackle him. The rest of them are all concerned. You're still recovering. You're helping him recover.
I'm
He's
not- I'm
loading a
just-
blunderbuss.
Does Nathan know that Ben shot him?
No.
Oh,
But we
learn.
know.
But there aren't that many
Hang
people
on,
willing
was there
to fire a
roll
gun and.
was there a spot hidden or a listen?
Well, the
that
guns-
would've
I rolled
let
a
him-
9. I rolled a 95 on coming out of the
The
alley.
guns,
to see
the
the
guns,
guy, so-
the guns currently being held by Davis, and he's loading a blunderbuss, so there's not really sort of a connection. Can you give me an idea? Rob?
An idea.
Who are you, Nigel? Or-
27, yes.
This is
I'm
Philip,
both
one
Nigel
of the chestnut
and
sellers
Finch.
from outside the British Museum, where you buy chestnuts when you go to visit your cousin.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. And
So hang on, everything's stopped.
Hang
We
on, I
come to a
missed
screeching
crucial
halt
information.
no. So she's jumped off,
and tackled him.
tackled him. You guys are inside, kind of doing your thing. He's pulling it up because he wasn't expecting that to happen. So the handsome cab's kind of gone
Do I like
beyond.
smack my face?
Yeah. Yeah. So
All the pellets go
it all
rolling
goes-
out
it
over
all
the
goes to
floor.
a screeching halt. You guys all go for a lurch. You don't go anywhere. Everyone else goes for a lurch. So you're currently behind the handsome cab. They're
Thanks
all
for
inside the
communicating
handsome
with
cab.
us,
And
prostitute.
you recognise him, and he says to you, "I'm not going to choky. They'll put me in the derbies and take me off to the dry room. You know, the jug." Right. Which you know
I'm
to
sorry.
mean he's not going to let the cops catch him. They'll put him in handcuffs and take him to prison.
I think we all
And he
pretty
won't
much
let them
Yeah,
understood
that's right.
that.
That's right. It was in
We got the
Spanish. but
gist.
that's right.
All right, Philip, you're not.
Do you know how long it took me to research Chokey, Darby,
Sorry, let's give
dry
Mary a
room jug?
round of applause.
I've got a whole pile of them here. No, glasses.
Yeah, we all understood pretty easily.
I want to. I'll say. All right, Philip. Just tell us what you've got.
What,
have
you think
you
I'm some kind of blower?
No, I don't think you're a blower.
Wow.
What's this? And I go rifling through
And you
his.
see him open up his coat, and you see a curved blade.
Right. I snap my parasol down on his neck,
Okay.
and
Oh my
I
God. Cool down.
grab the knife.
Calm down.
Yep,
That's
cool.
a parasol. Just
So
be careful.
he when you are you grabbing the knife?
Is he trying to grab it?
Well, if you're going to go for the knife, he's going to try and stop you.
Oh, right.
But you wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I will.
But you said I'm going to grab
I'm
the
going
knife.
to grab the knife.
So when your hand touches the knife, give me a sanity roll.
I have a very poor sanity. 61, no, I failed.
Okay. Can you take?
20.
Oh man, what number is that?
Two.
Two. Sanity.
Okay.
And can you give me a con check, please?
Ooh. 96, no.
Okay.
Oh, critical fail.
You get this
You have
really
the same problem as we are.
disturbing
Oh no, bloody
sense,
girl.
and you're no. This is the other way. Yeah,
Oh.
you
Second
feel like you're about to vomit,
Uh-huh.
and, but you also get a vision like the one that Tip had, that you just sort of see your head zooming in on those horrific injuries on Mary Jane. So you're like close-ups of all of that horrific.
Okay.
So that's probably going to make you let go.
Yeah.
And-
I let go and
yeah.
I stagger back and I kind of hold my head in my hand and I'm just sort of trying to orientate myself and yeah.
We're mouthing
So,
to you.
yeah, as you stagger back, Philip gets out from underneath you. You guys,
Very.
At that moment, I appear with my blunderbuss. There's only half a shot in it. Alright, everybody hold it right there.
so just as you guys put your, just as you guys put your heads out of the cab, you see Celeste on all fours retching on the street, and you see this teenager kind of get out from underneath her and scurry off down a really thin. You can probably get one shot of your blunderbuss away.
Yeah, do it.
Can
Killer
you give
Ben.
me another ideas roll? You're recovered enough to stick your head out. Yeah, and your vision is filled with these horrific.
Yeah.
Surely.
Should have recognised him before. That's Philip, the chestnut seller from outside the British Museum, who you know well.
I yell out, Philip!
He's not paying attention.
Oh, it doesn't mean I don't yell it out.
Yeah.
I'll chase up. Do I know how well do I know Philip?
You know him from the streets, so
So I know where he kind of where he hangs out.
Yep.
Where's his stall?
you know.
His
So
chestnut store.
the British Museum's got these massive
Marble.
iron gratings outside of it,
Oh,
like a
yeah.
big long courtyard, and outside there they have the chestnut sellers with their little carts. So they all generally live from all around in London, and then like have a corner. So you know where he works
Yeah.
and operates, but not where he lives.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to obtain that knowledge, and I'll yell out again.
Cool.
Philip!
So you yell out, Philip. You're taking a shot with your blunderbuss.
No, I think what he really needs is a cudgel right now.
Yeah.
It's like a cuddle. Not a lot more painful.
A cudgel cuddle. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run after
You're
him.
gonna run after him, size 80. All right.
Yeah, I can still run.
Give me a con. Give me a con.
I'm sort of amazed that everyone didn't
Con.
freeze and it just
Yep.
all kept moving despite the fact that I'm saying this
failed.
spectacularly.
Yeah, you head out. What are you doing?
I failed most rolls.
So we've had an escape. We've got the knife at all.
So we
No,
had the knife.
She touched
I
it
touched
and
it and
she
freaked out.
got
Ah.
the vision.
And
She
then
got
he
the
ran
vision
off
that
with it.
you got when you vomited. She doesn't know
But
that yet.
of my
No,
murder?
her dream.
the side alley is too narrow for.
When Harry gets to it, he realizes that someone of his bulk can't make their way down this, like basically just between buildings. So he's been able to.
So maybe
slide.
I do fire then?
He's the whippet.
Well, when you are leaping out of the carriage with your loaded blunderbuss, as you are about to fire, you hear him call out Philip.
Yeah.
You've still got enough time to get one shot
Yeah,
off,
okay.
but he's making his way out the other door to chase him down the alley. So
Well,
your
yeah.
shot would happen before he gets there.
Yeah,
to
so
realise.
so in character I would fire. Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fully intended.
Yeah, I just fire randomly
is
down the
there
street
any
with police
debris
officers
on
everywhere,
the
but
ground
I
around
second thought.
I know,
There's all the bits of his case that sort of came out when. So there's the case itself and
Yeah.
probably
Can
some
I
of the-
half the shot.
Can I throw the case and catch the legs and trip him over to knock him
No,
down?
probably not enough room. There's kind of heads and things.
Sorry, catch
Quick
Philip
question.
or me.
How?
Yeah, not enough room to catch Philip. He's
Quick
just
question.
about to disappear down the alleyway.
Okay.
Quick question.
And shoot him
How
away.
often do you load your gun? Just your character. How often does your
All the
character?
time.
No, but like at home. So you load your gun. I'm thinking maybe once a year, twice.
No,
a year.
no, all the time. I shoot pigeons and
Oh, okay.
peasants and dogs and.
I thought you might load it
Peasants.
like once. There was one time in Africa.
Pigeons
And-
and peasants and dogs.
Prostitute.
I'm just.
Oh.
I'm wondering
Protestants.
how well did he?
Oh.
I'm wondering how well you loaded
Half.
it.
No, we already established that half the stuff's gone all over the floor, so I've literally scrabbled on the floor to get the shot back.
Okay, so it may not fire.
Yeah, it's only half.
Yeah, let's see how we go. So
Ready?
you've got firearms, yeah?
Yep.
Derek.
Uh,
Oh, you got wild pens wrong.
Stop the cat.
And you can't do worse than Ben, because Ben rolled
Okay, ready,
like a
ready.
99.
I need a 60.
Maybe in a different
So there's
room,
no
Derek.
disadvantage.
I don't need to give you disadvantage when you roll like that. You roll 79.
79.
So your blunderbuss,
So he shoots Derek.
in
goes
the
off half-cocked,
confusion,
Yeah,
you could
yeah.
say.
there is a huge puff of gunpowder smoke. You know
Yeah.
that smell. Everyone's sort of covered in this smoke. You, in the confusion of the
This is where you
back of the
stand there with the
Hansom
gun,
cab, you obviously weren't able to load it
Yeah.
in the calmness that you thought you could.
Normally someone hands it to me already loaded.
Shot
That's
scatters everywhere. Can you give me a
Oh,
luck
Celeste.
roll on the ground there?
right. Shoot the
Oh
prostitute.
no.
I shoot everybody.
7.
Yeah.
There are bing, 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 bing all around you, but nothing strikes you. And you look up at the hansom cab and you see kind of a sort of waft of smoke coming out and a man struggling with a blunderbuss.
What
that
do the
is-
horses do?
Well, they they're a bit blown actually.
They're too tired to run
They were a little
away.
bit spooked, but they're kind of blown. They're
Like
yeah, they're a bit
stuffers.
lathered. But you paid the guy well and way too much money. He's fine, and he's stroking them.
It's
and
okay.
they're not
The
going.
crazy people, they'll go
A
soon.
firm hand, however, lands upon your blunderbuss, and
Good.
Inspector Davis pulls it off you. I'll be taking that. You're a danger to society.
Oh my god.
Does Johnny's character come out and go, something's gone wrong? Just
So
wet pants.
you're walking around the other side of the hansom cab. This kind of goes off, and you hear the ting ting ting, and you kind of make to go past and down the alleyway, and you realise there's no way you're going to do
There's
it.
no
And
chance.
you can see the kind of the.
Oh yeah.
the
Do I see
silhouette.
where he
you
ends
can,
up?
Well, you can see the silhouette of him dodging. So essentially, he's gone left, 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 left. So he's going to go back onto the main street where the chase started.
Right.
But you're going to have to go backtrack or further down to get back to where you were.
So he's heading back towards the police headquarters.
Pretty much.
So that was all for nothing.
So
Well,
if
I
you
don't
just
know.
waited at the gate for like
I don't
5
think
minutes.
he intended to go that way. That was the desperation of what
okay.
Celeste and the cab chase made him do. That probably wasn't where he was planning on going.
Well, I'm in no mood to complete the chase. I'm.
All right.
So, gentlemen, shall
I'm
we
gonna
head
climb back in
to
the
the
cab.
museum where
Well,
I received the letter?
that's a very good idea, Nigel. Can we hire this? Can we hire this? Who hired the hansom? Oh, you, sir. Can you hire the hansom cab? I'm sure
think the
you
hansom
paid enough
cab
money.
is
I think the
pretty
hansom
much
cab is ours
hired
for
the rest
At least
of my
the
life.
day.
Yeah, the hansom cab driver goes, "More. I'll have to change the horses. You'll have to give me a few minutes."
Oh,
Oh.
So he unhitches the horse team
yep.
and leaves the cab where it is, and he wanders back to the main street comes back about 5 minutes later with a fresh team.
Wow.
Did they do that?
I'm deflated mainly. Sitting
And,
inside it.
and weaponless.
And
Right, I know, what's the point?
Deprived of.
Hey,
The only,
shoot
the only
something.
weapon,
What's the
the only
detective
weapon you
supposed
have
to
from
do?
now on is Gilbert and Sullivan. I shall face Cthulhu with Gilbert and Sullivan song.
So, while all that's happening, and probably the detective is busy,
He's reading notes. Yeah. He's,
I'll take the pistol that was on the ground.
Oh,
So
you
that
picked it
no,
up?
the
No.
detective,
That the
picked it up.
detective
He's got
picked
it.
up,
Yep.
and and the blunderbuss and everything,
Mhm.
but maybe he left the pistol in the cab. Can I make a luck roll and see if he left
Yeah.
the pistol in the
Yeah.
cab?
Yeah,
See if it pulls out then all that cacophony.
No, he didn't. Alright. I was going to do Ben a favour,
I
but
got
Yeah, I need a weapon.
93. Yes.
no, it didn't work.
Yeah, no, he's
91, but
He's
yeah.
secured them. Not in any kind of, you know, you're never getting them back. He hasn't said anything about.
No,
that.
no,
He's
it's cool. I was just trying to
he's
do Ben a
appropriated
favour,
them. Yeah,
but it didn't work. It's alright.
Well, Ben doesn't do anyone favors. Well, sorry, Septimus doesn't
Septimus,
do anyone any
thank you.
favours.
Yes, yes.
No, but it was a nice little moment.
So, what do you guys say? Do you?
So,
I might pull out my smell salts. Give myself a little toot.
You are bright as a daisy.
Oh. Does anyone have a glass of water?
Not on me.
no.
Sorry, we didn't bring a glass of water with us.
Nigel
You
hands-
see one person running with a
Nigel
glass of
hands
water.
you like a glass
Flask?
of flask of something.
Yeah,
But
right.
it's not water.
I think that'll
That's
help.
better than water.
All right.
Yeah. So I take a sniffle of that and said, well, seems like Corey has escaped us in.
Could someone
How
tell
about-
someone tell me why he was carrying that weapon? Did he acquire it at the police station or what?
What weapon?
I start to look a little green at the thought of that weapon.
What?
He had the dagger. He had the dagger from the...
That was that Jack? Because it was Philip.
It was...
I know the boy.
Where from?
Quickly, come with me.
I
To the
know,
museum.
I know the lad too.
We're
He's
waiting
not a killer.
for the
The horses are coming back.
horses.
I'm
So I
sure.
stand in the empty cab and go, to the museum!
And there's no horses on the
Everything
front.
pointing on the front.
Again,
waiting for the
we-
transition.
we've got
Fade
to-
to black.
We've got to wait.
Museum.
So you tell that it's Philip and you know
Yep.
where he works
Yep.
and you know where he's
Yeah.
you know where he lives. Tip doesn't, but
Okay.
you know where his family is from.
A
Yeah.
fellow who wears shorts like that certainly can't write letters like we've been reading.
No.
No, we
No.
can shoot him, just in case.
You make a good point, Tip.
Um,
Yes, I'm sure if we had shot him, we
So
wouldn't
you-
have got
you
that
feel-
information out of him.
Do you fill us in
Mr.
on Phil?
Septimus.
Do I fill you in on Phil?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So we make our way to the British Museum where Phil works with his chestnut
That
carriage.
sounds like you euphemism.
I think
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's nice.
This
Wow,
investigation
that was
is going
super
nuts.
cool.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh.
Hey!
That's a good one.
Amazing.
Thanks, Murray. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
We'll see you all again soon.
I'm
Indeed.
loving the
Bye.
characters.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, absolutely. A joy.
Everyone's characters are
And
really nice.
yes.
I love your characters just like, ha ha, bang! Just in
Shoot
case.
first, ask questions later.
And also how you can keep the fun at the table whilst also having horrific visions of gore and
Yeah,
horror
totally.
and Cthulhu. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun.
which, you know,
And
Yeah.
scary.
Well done.
indeed. Jubbly.
Cool.
Alright,
Thank
cool.
you, everyone.
Bye.
See you live next time.